and a marker, and we mark our starting point. That graph paper is on fold. Yeah, it's on fold, and we are going to graft a back and a front at the same time, just like a pro. Yeah, after cutting our starting point, you cut your hips line. From the waist to the hips, the standard measurement is 8, but when you're measuring your client, make sure you take the measurements because we have different sizes. Yeah, for my waist to hips, it's 10 for my client. Our waist circumference is 29. 29 divided by 4, we get 7.25 inches. Mark that 7.5 at our waistline. Then after, we go to our hips. Before we go to our hips, remember our hips, we are going to divide it by 2, not by 4. Why? Because the front is flat and the back we have the butts. So it will not, it is different measurements. So that's why you're going to divide it by 2. So you get our hips is 42. Divide by 2 for the front part first. Then we get 21. 21 minus 1, and that is 20. Then you take that 20 again and divide it by 2. Then we will get 10. So our front will be 10. Then we go to the back side. Then we go to the back side to calculate it also. We take 42 divide by 2. Then we'll get the same, but on the back we will add 1. That means that is 22. Then we take our 22 divide by 2, and that is 11. So on our back side, the hip area, we are going to mark 11. For the front, we'll mark 10. Hope you've understood the calculations. So we'll take our 10 and we measure it. After, you bring our hip ruler and we measure knee area. We will measure the same measurements that we measured at the hips, that's 10, up to down, that 10, where you want your skirt to end. Then we take our ruler, we measure our downer part, and you make a line. After, you bring your tape measure, then I'll go at the waist area. Remember we have dots at the waist area. You take 3 inches, you mark 3. Then you go down 4 inches. For the front, you go 4 inches. Where we have marked that 3, we are going to create our dart. Go a half and a half each side. And after, you join those a half from up to where we marked our 4 inches. After marking our dart, then we bring our tape measure. We go at the end of the skirt. Remember we measured 10, the same measurements that are on the hips. That 10 you minus 2. Then we bring the ruler, we mark from down to the hips area. After marking our hips, now that is our front piece. Now, here up at the waist, remember we took a dart of 1 inch. So we have to replace that dart on the waist area. After replacing it, then I have to bring my hip ruler, then I make that line that you see me doing in the video. Now that is our front. Remember we are doing front and back in that same paper. It's on fold. And we divided our hips by 2. The back was 11 and front was 10. So we marked our 11, then bring our hip ruler. Before you bring the hip ruler, you have to mark that 1 inch up and down on the hip line. Then bring the hip ruler and mark from the hips to the waist. Then after you bring our wrong ruler, you mark from down to the hips. And that is our back. Now it's time to make the back dart. Remember I told you the back dart is longer than the front one. It's 5 to 6 inches. Oh, I'm done with my back dart. Then it's time to mark where the zipper goes. Our zipper is at the back. You go in 3/4 at the waist area. Then you bring your curve ruler. That is our pattern. Now I'm going to chop it. I'm going to cut it. After cutting it, then I put it on the fabric. I cut the back part first. Yeah, because remember I grafted the paper on the fold, just the way I've showed you there on the video. So we are going to cut our back first. That is my fabric. It's a stretchy fabric, a stretchy taffeta. There I was arranging the fabric. Then I bring my pattern and I have to fold that part. Then I mark my sewing allowances for the back. Remember we are cutting the back and even the zipper allowance. Do not forget to fold the other part at the waist area. For the zipper area not to get baggy, do not forget to fold it. After adding our sewing allowances, it's time to cut the fabric now. Do not forget to put the notches. Those notches always help us during the stitching time. Make sure you notch every part that you're going to stitch. Then we are done cutting. That is my back part. I had to mark there. It's a zipper area for easy reminder. Now it's time for the front part to make our prints on the skirt. So that is my pattern. It's on fold. We are going to chop off the back area that we measured, just the way you're seeing me doing in the video. I had to chop that back part. Good girl. Then after I'll open my piece. When we are making a print on the fabric or gathers, always your fabric should be on fold, just the way you see in my skirt. So there I was showing you how we are going to cut to draw our print lines that we are going to cut. You go to the waist, then you go down 2 inches. I'm just going to put 3 prints. But before you make those prints, you have to close the dots. Yeah, you have to close those dots. We don't need them. You either use salt tape to seal them, or you use a paper gum. You close that one, even the other side you also close that dot. After closing, make sure it's sealed very well. it will not get open by the time we are cutting our space for the prints. Now we are done. That is our glue. We go back to our side where we are going to put the prints. So from the waist 2 inches, then again 2 inches times 2, because we want 3 prints, and you make that line. You can make it straight, you can make it curve, you can make any design of the line that you want. So I wanted only 3 lines, but when they are going a little bit down to the hip area. So after drawing my lines, I'll bring my scissor, then I cut those lines. You open the lines, you make sure the dots are closed. If they are not closed, they will disturb you, and we don't need that space. With that space there, the skirt will be baggy. And cut even also the second line and the third one. So after cutting them, we are going to split this line that we have cut. So you split them according to the size that you want. If you want your print to be too big, you can split more and make it wide. So this method can be used when you want gathers or prints. One of those two, you can use that method. So after, I had to bring another piece of paper. If you don't have another piece of paper, you can do it direct on the fabric. Yeah, but if you do it direct on the fabric, you can't keep this piece. It will get spoiled quickly, but when you join it on another paper, it will help you to keep it without some pieces flying away. Yeah, so that's what I was doing, because I needed to keep that pattern for the next. I gave it 3 inches, 3 inches, just the way I was measuring there in the video. 3 inches, that is the wideness that I used. Then I put my paper gum, then I bring our sliced piece, then I placed it there. Make sure you stick it well with the paper gum. Now that is our tutorial for slicing our prints. Now we are going, that is our paper. You have to fold the prints the way you want them. After folding them, then we are going to cut the extras, the extra pieces. See, our pattern is now out. That is our front pattern. Now we are going to bring our fabric, then we cut. Don't forget we are using a tafter that is stretched. So that's our pattern. I placed it on the fabric. Now we are going to cut it. Pin it very well to secure, to avoid movement. Yes, to avoid what? Movement. After securing our pattern, we are going to mark our. So it's time to mark our sewing areas, that where we are going to sew. I'm using a fabric pen. So after, when you're cutting the fabric, do not forget to add the sewing allowance if you didn't add the sewing allowance on the pattern. Yeah, when we are cutting there at when it comes to the print area, you fold it according to the way you want it, then you cut it. You don't just cut it. for the easy sewing. To me, that's how I do it. After folding the fabric,